Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to welcome you to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Daily Recap, where we give you a recap of all of the hot topics that we covered that day. You can catch them in their long format and also catch it fully streaming for free on Apple Podcasts. Anyway, let's get into this topic here, man. So, yesterday I was just there minding my business, and one of our viewers sent me a clip of Fat Joe and Jada Kiss on Jeff Teague's podcast. I think the 520 podcast or something like that. Matter of fact, let me get it right so I don't look like I'm being disrespectful. No, I think it was on Joe and Jada. That's why I'm seeing it at. It was on Joe and Jada, so I think it was on their podcast, right? And shout out to them, man. Shout out to Fat Joe and Jada Kiss, both NYC legends, people that have been doing their thing for a minute. I've been bumping a lot of Kiss recently, so shout out to both of them, man. But anyway, so they're on there talking basketball. So this guy sends me the clip of Fat Joe and Jeff Teague having this conversation about the GOAT between Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And let me tell you why I decided to touch on this video, apart from the fact that it resonated with me. Obviously, this is kind of like hip-hop basketball, though sports and music and entertainment, they all kind of merge together. But I felt like Fat Joe gave this conversation the energy that it deserved. And I felt like the way he was talking is the way that it needed to be addressed, right? We get the kind of PC way of talking about sports, the way we do it on TV. But sometimes you got to just let dudes know, like, with the appropriate energy. And that's what Joe did. So Jeff Teague he up there twerking it up as he normally do for LeBron. And he like, man, I think Bron, to go. And then Fat Joe looked at him and was like, you are delusional, my boy. And I was like, this is what we need to talk about. So what we want to do is want to play exactly what Fat Joe and Jeff Teague had to say to one another about this Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron James debate. And then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to that there.
Oh, that's it. That's what you want, the viral moment. This is you saying LeBron is better than Michael Jordan?
What? Nah, I'm not. I just think LeBron the greatest. He did everything.
I think you delusional. There's too much delusion. Yo, we can't have top tier people being delusional.
Nah,
we already got everybody delusional out here. You're adding to the schizophrenia. You got this up.
All right,
What do you think, Jada, my business partner?
I don't like to chime in on that. I think MJ's the greatest, then everything after that, however you want to put it. Kobe, Bron, Kobe.
Cool.
This,
I'm with that.
MJ is the GOAT of all GOATs.
You seen that?
You can't even put him with
You
that.
see that Utah
Oh, you're saying because of like the moment.
cross mania?
Like,
I'm just saying because
No, not greater moments. He's better than everybody. You're wearing his shirt.
Only black and Latino people do that.
20 years after he was hold
If
up.
it wasn't no Mike, it wouldn't be none of them other niggas. And we wrong for comparing Bron with Jordan anyway. Compare Jordan with one of them came out when he came out.
Nah, yeah. I mean, they different eras, but I'm just saying, like, for me.
At this point, we got to compare Jordan to like Messi or like Serena Williams. Or, just we got to compare
goats
of everybody.
Like Tom Brady.
Yeah, whatever.
Ali, Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's how I gotta go. You're right. You're absolutely right with that.
You have got to stop.
No, but think about it. Bron been the man he been the greatest player since he was 16. Like
I love LeBron James. I am a stan, bro. When the Knicks lose,
his own ended. Bron did something nobody else
every
did.
year the Knicks lose, I
don't
jump on the LeBron bandwagon once they move. I love LeBron James. I do believe he deserves all the glory. He is not Michael Jordan. And I don't like this new generation. Sometimes I'm watching. Hold up, let me say this. No. I'm watching this. This is disrespect. This is all the way free. I'm throwing the foul right now on this. I've seen highlights with young kids saying, look right there, he wasn't really fouled. He scored 2 there. That's how he has 30 in the game. Now, if they would have called the pick, he would have had 2 less points. Yo, bro, the man great.
Nah, he great. Yeah, it's him and Bron.
Well, Kobe got something to say
Nah,
about that too. Yes.
Kobe cold, but Bron did, bro. It's crazy.
Let me tell you just a quick.
They both out of high school.
Yo, just a quick
Jada,
story.
I know you don't want to speak on this, but you have to talk. You have to talk.
Thank you.
Bron, Bron, he leads
Political
he
records. Yo,
scored
we
the
gonna get
most
you a new
points in
record
NBA.
label.
Played the more years than anybody.
But they all had the same opportunity.
And he's still averaging 25.
I think Bron is incredible. But you can't take nothing from Mike or Kobe.
I'm not
Mike
taking
is
nothing
the
from them.
blueprint, bro.
Jordan on the Wizards.
At
He was
40,
old.
Bron 40.
Ooh, in a better league.
Let me explain something to you what these people doing. They doing it in basketball and they doing it in hip hop. Okay, they come in here, they're smarter. And so they come in here and they say, all right, Jordan averaged 28 points a game. Let's just say, I think it's 32 or something, right? I'm going to score 33 to 34 every game. Cool. Jordan, that's why all of a sudden LeBron said he ain't chasing rings. Whoa.
He out of pocket.
He been chasing them rings. That's all we seeing. We don't even know if LeBron is better than Steph Curry.
So you heard what Fat Joe had to say. First of all, I don't be really watching the Jeff Teague podcast because I feel like Jeff Teague be up there playing, man. I think Jeff Teague be playing and he be trolling a lot. I think he be trolling a lot. He's a naturally funny guy, so I just take everything that he says as a joke, right? And I don't know which of what he is saying to be taken seriously. Bro, did that LeBron was the best since he was 16? This is why you can't take a lot of these NBA niggas seriously, man. This is one of the reasons you cannot take them seriously. And Fat Joe said it. He said people on the internet could be jumping out the window and saying all kind of crazy stuff, but the professionals cannot be out here saying this madness. He said LeBron was the best when he was 16. What? So LeBron was better than AI, Vince, Shaq, Kobe when he was 16, 17? Really? Really? Is that what we're doing? That's what these LeBron fans be doing, man. But Jeff Teague ought to know better. He should know better. I listened to that full segment. Jeff Teague has no argument. His only argument is based off, I feel like he'd go, and he got all the longevity stats. But nobody care about that. You dudes care. Nobody care about that. We never cared about it before. Why we got to care about it now? We never cared about it before, so why do we need to be caring about it right now? That was never the standard for Magic. That was never the standard for Bird. That was never the standard for Tim Duncan. That was never the standard for Michael Jordan. That was never the standard for Kobe Bryant. It wasn't a game of attrition who can play until their freaking toenails fall off. No, it was about how many championships and what can you accomplish in the heart of your career, the prime of your career. Not who can play until it's time. Think about it. The same Jeff Teague that's talking about LeBron has all of these records for how long he's been playing is the same Jeff Teague that just put out a clip saying, man, I'm tired of seeing LeBron James play. He needs to retire. Bro, I'm confused. The very thing that you're saying he's a go for is the thing that you're saying you're tired of seeing him do. I'm lost, bro. I'm lost. You got a panel full of LeBron fans, not one drop of logic between any of them. I told you, man, not one drop of logic between any of them on that panel. Just a bunch of laughing and hollering and screaming, ha ha, oh, Joe, ha, you gonna do me like that? Oh, ha, oh, Joe, you got me like that, bro. Oh, hey, yo, kids, say something, kids, jump in. Like, yo, bro, stop with this nonsense, man. Stop with what LeBron is doing is impressive within him. LeBron James, it's impressive for him, but it doesn't mean it makes him better than other players. It's impressive for him as an individual feat for him. But to say that puts him ahead of Jordan, knock it off, man. And I've done this whole Michael Jordan, LeBron James. I've done it a million gazillion times. I never thought it was debate. Jordan is a GOAT, and it's not even an argument, bro. at any level you wanted to dissect it. From the eye level from the eye test standpoint, if you watch Jordan and LeBron play, it is clear to see, if you ain't got any honey stuck in your eyelids, that that Michael Jordan is a better player. If you look at it from a statistical standpoint, it's Jordan by 3,000 miles. If you look at it from an accomplishment standpoint, it's Jordan by... Bro, they just did the thing about SGA winning the regular season MVP, the scoring title, the finals MVP, and they were like, Shaq did it once, then did it. Jordan did it 4 times. Bro, sit your ass down somewhere, bro. Go sit down and think about something. What are we talking about? Jordan has 10 scoring titles to LeBron's 1. Jordan made 9 All-NBA defensive teams. Was it all first? Plus a Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan has the highest scoring average in the history of the playoffs at 33. Yes, 33. That's his average. That's higher than Wilt Chamberlain. He has the highest regular season scoring average, which is also higher than Wilt Chamberlain. You know, the guy that rewrote the record books? Him. This dude up there lying, man, LeBron averaged 40 in the finals. No, he didn't. Not that I remember. Shooting what? He shot 38.5%. Jordan averaged 40. Go look at his number. Yo, man. It's a waste of time arguing with these dudes. It's a waste of time. These dudes don't know nothing. You listen, all they know is what LeBron did. They don't know anything about what anybody else did. He's talking about competition. Do you know that Michael Jordan and LeBron James faced virtually the same amount of top 75 players in their NBA career? Are you aware of that? How many top 75 players did Michael Jordan play with, Jeff Teague? Since he your GOAT. How many top 75 players Michael Jordan played with? I'm sure you must know. I'll give you the answer too. Scottie Pippen and a 37-year-old Dennis Rodman. How many top 75 players did LeBron play with? How many? How many you got? How many you got? Huh? How many you got? Should I give you 1, 2, 3, 4? How many? Should we go through the list? Dwayne Wade? You forgot about him? Anthony Davis? You forgot about him? Ray Allen? You forgot about him? There's somebody else I'm forgetting. Russell Westbrook? You forgot about him? And somebody else I'm forgetting. I know it must be like 5. How many combined all-star appearances does Michael Jordan's greatest teammates have? Jeff Teague? Since you want to talk about competition, how many does he have? It's 10. How many combined all-star appearances do LeBron's teammates have? About 150? And you want to talk about competition and all of that? Are you even joking? How many wins did you need to make it into the Eastern Conference playoffs? Is it not 40 wins to make it in? 40 wins in the Cakewalk East. Bro, sit your ass down somewhere, man. Take that hat, take that fitted off. Let some breeze go through your ears, bro. Like, what are we talking about? These are the guys we arguing with? These are the guys? Do you know that the Chicago Bulls went on an 8-year stretch, but they never lost more than 2 games in a row? Are you aware of that, Mr. Jeff Teague? Are you aware of that? LeBron the GOAT, man. LeBron the GOAT. Give me some honey, rub it on my booty. That's all they be doing, twerking it up, shaking it up, throwing ones in the air, hollering and screaming. Just a bunch of twerking ass honey slingers. Slapping each other with honey, running up and down the hallways, hollering, screaming. LeBron James the GOAT, man. You don't know. LeBron James the GOAT, man. Sit your ass down with that. You know what? They're not on the same level, bro. And I'm not here to hate on LeBron, but I gotta shut you down. Oh man, you know LeBron the GOAT. Mr. Jeff Teague, how many playoff series has Michael Jordan lost when he had one All-Star teammate? At least one. How many? Let me repeat it for you, for the people in the back. How many playoff series did Michael Jordan lose when he had at least one All-Star teammate? You don't know the answer to that. I'm sure you don't. The answer is 1. The 1. When MJ had at least one All-Star teammate, he only lost one playoff series. You ain't know that. How many LeBron lost when he had at least one All-Star team? Well, you already know the answer to that, son. You already know the answer to that. He just lost 3 in a row. So I think you need to have a seat, son. I think you need to have a seat. Shout out to Fat Joe for putting his goon down on him on a basketball level. And Jeff Teague don't know what the hell he talking about with this GOAT debate. It's just all feelings. Man, I feel like Bron to go, man. And they going to laugh. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, man. Go ahead, Jeff. You got him. And then if it was Winnie the Pooh up there, y'all know Winnie the Pooh, fitting in right with the honey, he would have been in there showing his 3,000 teeth he got in his mouth. Yeah, Jeff. Y'all like me now? Y'all like. Yesterday, we finally got the clash that we'd all been waiting for. Well, kind of. Right? Well, kind of. Now, you guys know Gilbert Arenas, Tracy McGrady, and all these dudes. they made a lot of headlines for the things that they were saying about Kobe. Oh, if you put me in Kobe's spot, I'm doing what Kobe did, blah, 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 blah. I'm Kobe Bryant. I'm you know, if you replace me with Kobe, and I'm Shaq, and I'm Dwayne Wade, and I'm Michael Jordan, all this other nonsense, right? And everybody was kind of calling it out, calling them out for it. But apparently Gil says he's a Kobe fan, and he surprised me when he put out his top 5 players of all time. And the list went Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Magic, and I think Tim Duncan. I asked him, like, yo, Gil, I'm surprised here. Because as much as you be slandering Kobe, I'm surprised to see you got him number 2, right? So Gil is like, no, I'm a big Kobe fan. I'm a big Kobe fan. But Rashad McCants and a lot of people be looking at Gil with a side eye. Like, yo, how is Kobe your favorite player, but you always finding ways to trash him? You're always involving him in conversations that belittle him. It doesn't make any sense, right? And I'm like, Gil, if you're saying you're a Kobe fan, but a lot of people are like, they're questioning that. Clearly, there's something in your rhetoric about Kobe that's causing people to question this. And we're going to keep it a stack. We never hear you talk about LeBron James the way you talk about Kobe. You never put LeBron in these unflattering comparisons, right? And I'm sitting there like, they're doing this as a way to kind of, okay, for example, I asked him this. I said, Gil, because they like to talk about Kobe or a sidekick. If LeBron played with Shaq, prime Shaq from that 3-year window, pick any LeBron you want. Pick anyone. Is he a number 2 option? He said, no, of course he's not. So why don't you use him as an example? If LeBron played with the prime Shaq, is he winning any finals MVPs over that Shaq? Hell no. The only person we could think of and wonder, like, damn, who would be a number 1 option is a prime Jordan. If you put a prime Jordan with the prime Shaq, then we have a discussion. I'm like, why you don't ever use LeBron? Why you don't ever use him? Right? So this is where the thing started. So yesterday, there was a 46-minute clip that was posted on Gil's Arena yesterday. A 46-minute clip with the headline, Stephen A's top 5 hoopers spark an all-time crash out. Folks, when I tell you this thing got ugly, weird, and crazy and all in one clip, it got to that point. So what we want to do is we want to play some of the highlights from these guys back and forth, and then want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to these guys here.
And we are the media.
So I picked that list based on the trajectory of everyone I think is going to be playing well next year. Not based on who won the MVP.
Yeah. Right.
You know this is a contradiction to your whole Kobe.
He's trying.
No, I'm not trying. I'm saying.
Trying. He won't let it go.
So when I made the statement of saying in 2002, my actual statement off of the facts that were going on in 2002, challenging the idea of ring culture, and said if ring culture is a real thing and it really means something, how could you have somebody with 3 rings being in the same conference of asking who's better with someone who doesn't have rings? And there was voting and all of this going on, and you're saying he is the next Michael Jordan. He got rings and this and that. If the ring, you was using the ring.
Who?
You.
No, you can't.
And then I'm saying,
no, you're just.
And I'm saying,
you're making up.
You're talking about 3 rings and all, and I'm saying, well, they didn't use that then. See, I don't think you knew we was on the fucking same time. I don't think you knew that I was challenging the ring culture, because that's what Kobe. The ring culture.
Kobe. What are you talking about? What? Kobe Bryant won 5 championships.
And where is he ranked?
Wherever anybody ranks him, bro. We don't go off no media air.
It do.
You keep bringing it back up like it means something. Like it doesn't. His family, his friends, his teammates.
No. See, you're using your emotional.
No, you're using negative connotations,
I'm using facts.
Kobe's never gonna die, bro. Kobe's never gonna die, bro.
A person just won a championship, and you disregarded everything he did by putting Wemby up there. So how is your?
It's my list.
How is your list even worse?
Disrespect. Who think they supposed to get? I watch. Nah, you didn't get it. Get to the back of the line now. With your expectation.
So
what list matters though? If
you just
because
put
we're
some
media.
Exactly.
Right.
What
So
list
if
matters?
we're media, what list matters?
So
My list only matters to me.
So you're spewing this
What
to the
list
world.
matters to you?
You're fighting for somebody who this same thing just happened to Shay. What you just did. What they did to Kobe in real time
Let's stretch it,
just happened to Shay
on, man.
from the media.
I'm not complaining.
The media.
Kobe can't
Are we
change
not the
his legacy.
media? We just came
Come on,
here and just put a number 2
on, man.
after winning all these awards. The media did that.
You're not
but
gonna
you
bounce
didn't
back.
scream
You're not gonna
championships
bounce back
matter.
from that.
And then you get mad at me because I pointed out.
Championships matter.
If you came in here and said Shay was one, then but you didn't.
Championship
A man just won 48 hours ago, and you came up here as the media and disregarded everything they did.
Was he in the top 5?
You made no difference.
Was he in the top 5?
You did nothing.
Was he in the top 5?
Yes. No. Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Was he in there? He's in there, right?
Yeah.
So you want more?
If you
sound like LeBron in there. Hey, listen,
whoa.
Brian, you're number 3. No. I'm number 1. You got to put me there. No.
If rings matter,
I put you. Shay, you're going to be where I put you. And I'm not changing your number now because Gilbert keeps trying to make me change your number.
No. I'm going off of your logic. When I say why, you try to pretend like I'm doing it.
Because I don't care.
Huh?
Because I don't care. That's not where I have them. I don't
where you have
telling
them.
me where somebody else has
I don't care where you have them.
Why would I want to hear that?
You trying to discredit my loyalty for
No, ain't nobody discrediting
Nigga, I
shit.
groomed the rings yesterday. I got them.
So what?
I got the rings yesterday.
So
what do you have?
Everything.
What do you have?
Everything.
Since when?
I don't need nothing. Why do I need something?
You say you a fan?
Why do I need
What I'm saying is you're saying you a fan trying to tell these people I'm not. Show me your proof.
When did I tell them
Show
you're not?
me your proof.
When did we tell
Do you have any kids named after his kids? No, I do.
When did we tell him he wasn't a fan?
Do you even know his favorite ring?
Bro, you tripping.
Do you know his favorite ring?
You tripping.
I'm just as a Kobe fan, I can tell you it ain't the first
Brandon.
ring. It's the one. Do you know the date? 6/14. Do you know what 6/14 is?
You asked for this.
Do you know 6/14? Do you know the date? No, you don't. You're not a Kobe fan. 6/14 is when he got his real ring to shut everybody up.
This is weird, man.
6/17 is when he got his second one. That's when he said, this one is the sweetest.
Y'all wanted to do
You asked some NBA players in All-Star Weekend what I told them. I'm next to Kobe, and I'm signing my signature with Kobe Bryant. And let me do you, because you here disrespecting my Kobe-ness. This is real talk.
So you heard the conversation there. For some of y'all who saw it, y'all know what went down. For those of y'all who didn't see it, it went into this thing of Gil questioning Rashad's Kobe-dom, right? To call it Gil's word, Kobe-ness. He said, y'all questioning my Kobe-ness. He started pulling out balls from All-Star game and where Kobe signed and all of that. And then it was just crazy, right? And Rashad looked like he wasn't willing to engage with Gil. But Gil looked like he was ready. Not only did Gil look like he was ready to go with Rashad there, he actually did a live stream after the show to continue his offensive against Rashad McCants. What are my thoughts about this? Rashad McCants is cool, son. Rashad McCants is a Kobe fan. Rashad McCants, I've never heard him say one slanderous thing about Kobe Bryant. I've never heard him say one thing where Kobe fans or just NBA fans would be like, yo, son, that's mad disrespectful, bro. I've never heard that. Every time I've heard him talk about Kobe, he has always bigged him up and tried to protect his legacy. He's been one of the people that's always said, my man is not even here to defend himself, bro. He's not even here to defend himself. What are we doing? I've seen him on multiple segments out there where the Kobe disrespect will pop up. And he's like, yo, are we really doing this right now? Are we really having this I've heard. So he's a real fan. He's a real fan through and through. Gil, on the other hand, I believe he's a Kobe fan, but I believe that Gil understands, and I know this, when he says things that he says about Kobe, it's going to piss Kobe fans off. He knows that. And because he's willing to get this reaction out of people, he does it. And if you're going to do that, don't ask people why they're questioning your Kobe fandom. Because you be putting Kobe in a lot of these stupid ass conversations where he always comes out being the one that gets belittled. I've said this. I'm like, why is a Kobe fan arguing this? You saw him and Nick Young get into it. After a while, Nick Young got fed up of it. He posted, what did Kobe do to you ninjas? What did he do to you ninjas? Kobe's my favorite player. When do you hear me slandering Kobe like this? Your favorite player, do you run around slandering him like this? It's not about keeping it real, son. You're slandering this dude. You gotta know that these cheap ass conversations that you involve Kobe in, calling him a sidekick, really? Son, he was like 19 years old. Really? Because you calling Kobe a sidekick, you know what that's feeding into. It's feeding into the notion that, oh, Kobe was nothing. You know that. Don't tell me you don't know. You know that. You know that. Now, I said it to him about this whole Trace. Like, let's stop the nonsense, bro. Let's stop the nonsense. Forget about what voters were saying. Son, we saw them play. And my thing is, it is wild disrespectful to be comparing a player to Kobe that never made it. I don't care. If you never made it out the first round, you couldn't have been that good. You couldn't have been. I'm not entertaining conversations about Kobe Bryant and dudes that never touched an all-defensive team, not even one time in their life. Not even one time. I'm not having that conversation with nobody. I'm sorry, I'm not. You go back to those runs with Shaq, and there were many games where if Kobe didn't play well, the Lakers would have lost. What are we talking about? But I'm not entertaining this dumbass conversations about, oh, well, Kobe. Son, if you never made it out the first round, what are we talking about? Go find somebody else to use as your example. What are we talking about? We're talking about a guy that beat more 50-win teams in a 2-year window than Magic Johnson did in his career. Magic, who you have in your top 5. Bring them type of dudes up. Don't bring me nobody. Come on, like, stop. Where's the floor? And the point is, and why Kobe fans are upset is, you only do it with Kobe. That's your only person. That's the only person you want to use when you do these contrasts, these comparisons. You don't do it with nobody else. This is why people are saying this. You must know why people are saying this. Yo, it looks like people are finally having enough of the Kobe Bryant disrespect. And finally, people are beginning to step up and speak up. It looks like the Kobe slander has reached the point where it's like, okay, now we got to say something. The last one was when Gilbert Arenas and Tracy McGrady and these guys went on First Take to make their case for what he would do if it was in Kobe's position, forgetting the fact that we saw Kobe go on to win 2 championships without Shaq, right? And a lot of people got pissed off. It's like, yo, use somebody else as your example, man. Use somebody else. They're trying to turn championships now into musical chairs. If you put him here and you put him there, you get the same result. Nah, bro, don't work like that. These are different people, different mentalities, different work ethics. Like, let's stop the nonsense, bro. We're not just plugging in stats all over the place. It's just not as simple as that. So we had that. A lot of people pushed back on it. People have had huge arguments. There was a huge blow up the other day on Gil's Arena with Nick Young and all of them. They had that conversation there. So one of our viewers sent a screenshot to me of something that former teammate and friend of Kobe Bryant said. And this person is Matt Barnes, right? Who All the Smoke podcast. And he was essentially responding to a post, and then he left the post. And this post, he was calling out the Kobe haters and these NBA dudes that now all of a sudden want to put themselves on the same level of Kobe Bryant by proxy, by coming up with hypothetical situations. So let's get into what Matt Barnes had to say. So this post originally came in, I think it says, Olympic Bean. It says, shout out to these 2 MFers who continue to show Kobe love after his death, unlike his jealous peers. You then scroll to the bottom, even Dave East. Shout out to Dave East, man. Shout out to Dave East. So he, Matt Barnes wrote at the bottom, he said, this Kobe slander and disrespect gotta stop. Y'all wasn't talking none of this weird SHI you know what when he was here. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Respectfully. None of you ninjas was effing with bro. Let's give Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson and all of these cats they flowers, bro, for keeping it a stat. Let's give them they flowers. What Matt Barnes, what Steven Jackson and these, because Steven Jackson always been holding it down for Kobe. I never knew him and Kobe were actually cool until I saw him on the Bryant Scott, when they were kids, show when he was talking about it. But these dudes be keeping Kobe alive. Whenever they be having these conversations, he always say, rank your top 3. Kobe, Jordan, they always give Kobe their respect. Now, some people say, well, because Matt Barnes played with, but son, Steven Jackson didn't. And Matt Barnes and Kobe had issues on the court. We already saw that video. But there was a deep level of respect there. A deep level of respect there. So shout out to Matt Barnes for holding it down for Kobe. Let's get to what he said. This coulda, woulda, shoulda. Now it's turned into, if I had this and I had that and I would be this and I would be that. No, it would not be that, bro. It would not be that. Do you know why? Because when Kobe was in those situations, he delivered. What's to say you would have? How do we know that? What other evidence do we have to say that you delivered? I didn't even know that T-Mac took it as far as when Stephen A. Smith said you blew a 3-1 lead, T-Mac then threw in Kobe. Kobe threw in a 3. I'm like, yo, bro, ain't that your man? Isn't that your man? My question is, would you have said this when Kobe Bryant was around? Would you and Kobe still be cool if you said that? And the thing is, why is all of these NBA dudes now all of a sudden trying to make it? I said it in the other show, I'm going to say it again. Now they're trying to enhance their greatness by proxy. Oh, I mean, Kobe was good, but I was good too. And they try to diminish what he's doing, like you see. But if I had that, I couldn't be. No, you couldn't have. No, you could not have. I'm sorry, it don't work like that, bro. From a basketball standpoint, he was better than all of them. T-Mac was incredibly skilled, and I'm just stunned that we're even talking about Tracy McGrady like this, because he was one of my favorite players growing up. I'm stunned. T-Mac was a dynamo offensively. Kobe was a dynamo offensively and defensively. There's a fundamental difference. There is a fundamental difference. You want to do hypotheticals? So if you put T-Mac on that Lakers team, they're going to go beat the Celtics. Man, stop your nonsense, bro. Stop the nonsense. I'm just surprised that T-Mac did. I'm very surprised that Tracy McGrady chose Kobe to be the one to make it. I just watched the video of him and Kobe when they had to sit down with Rachel Nichols. When T-Mac was like, yeah, I used to stay with Kobe, man. Kobe used to show me the way, and I'm just on him. Who knew years later it would be the same one trashing Kobe Bryant on EA? Who knew? Who knew? You got dudes pulling up good games that they had against Kobe, and I'm like, and? Is that all? That's all it took for you to be on Kobe's level? Are you even serious? Are you even serious? If you never made a defensive team, you don't get to even compare yourself to Kobe Bryant. If you never made not even one defensive team in your life, you don't even get to compare yourself to Kobe. Kobe is tied for the most all-defensive selections by a guard in history with Gary Payton. He has 12 of them. 9 all-first, 12 overall. You don't get to compare yourself to somebody like that. I'm sorry you don't. You don't. I never saw none of these dudes average 35 in a season. I never saw it. I never saw it. I never saw any of these dudes outscore an NBA team in 3 quarters. I never saw it, did you? I certainly never did. I never did. I never saw any of these dudes fighting for their life, going to court, and still dropping 40 a night. I never saw you dudes do that. I never saw that level of mental toughness. I never saw it. And finally, I never saw Kobe make excuses like a lot of you are. Oh, I didn't win because of this. Oh, I didn't win because of that. Oh, I never heard Kobe make excuses. I saw Kobe break his finger, put some type of apparatus on his finger, and go out and win championships. That's what I saw Kobe do. I saw Kobe stand up there with a torn Achilles tendon, walk to the free throw line and shoot free throws on a torn. You saw Tyrese Halliburton, how they were hauling him off the court. Kobe stood up with his own volition and with his own will, walked to the free throw line with a torn Achilles tendon and shot free throws, made them both to show people and kids all around the world that your mind over matter. And this is who these dudes want to now connect themselves to. Dudes that have no legacy, that when they were playing had no legacy, but now all of a sudden they trying to attach their name to Kobe. We have gotten to this point. The disrespect has now reached a fever pitch to the point where now some of his peers, like Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, and others, Nick Young, Rashad, McCants, all of these guys are not saying enough is enough with this nonsense. Do you know some of Kobe's biggest defenders are players that he had physical stuff with on the court? Do you know who I heard destroy a lot of Kobe's haters recently in a clip? Rashad Bell. You know Rashad Bell, right? Who clotheslined Kobe Bryant, who was not a fan of Kobe. He was the one standing up for Kobe saying these haters are absolutely insane. Because there's something about him he respects. And these guys are now trying to tear it down. When have we ever heard anybody talk about these dudes that be talking about Kobe with any level of respect? When? Where? Who? Who did it? Where they say it at? And I think we need to start having this pushback. Enough with this clown. Enough with this clown. You got people clowning Kobe. You got Jim Jones running out there, jumping out the window, talking about he made Nas viral. What's next, bro? What is next? Where are we going with this right now? Unbelievable. I'm going to send this video to Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. I don't know if they're going to see it, but I'm going to send it to them. Shout out to y'all for keep making sure y'all keep Kobe's legacy alive, man, because there's too much sucker going on. Everybody the new come up now for NBA dudes is, Kobe was good, but see what I did. I mean, I might have, could have, would have, should have. I could be good as Kobe. This is where we at. We got made out the first round being compared to people that beat more 50-win teams in a 2-year window than Magic Johnson. This is where we are, folks, with the Kobe Bryant disrespect. We have reached this level. See, so this is a topic right here that I really wasn't paying attention to until I saw a video from the channel Crunch Time TV yesterday that kind of put this on my radar. I wasn't paying attention to it, right? But you guys know last year or last season, however you want to describe it, Bronny James made his debut in the NBA. And there were a lot of things that went on. There was a lot of fanfare. Some people thought he was getting a lot of attention, deservingly so. A lot of people thought that he didn't deserve the attention given the fact that he wasn't a very good player. And he was a talk of the town to the point where talking about Bronny meant you would end up possibly getting cussed out by LeBron James at Lakers games, because that's what happened with Stephen A. Smith. So that went on, season died down and all of that. But as you guys know, the NBA draft went down yesterday. And there was a particular player that was supposed to get drafted that was making a lot of headlines. And his name was Ace Bailey. Now I want to read quickly from a CBS Sports article saying, PR failure. Ace Bailey loses game of chicken to be taken by Jazz at number 5 in NBA draft. A curious and unpredictable pre-draft process for one of the 2025 NBA draft's most talented players ended fittingly in a curious and unpredictable way Wednesday night as Ace Bailey, the Rutgers wing, who canceled a meeting with the Philadelphia 76ers who held the number 3 pick last week, who reportedly was not working out for teams picking in the top 5, was selected number 5 overall by the Jazz. Bailey did not hold a workout for the Jazz in the lead up to the draft and preferred Washington, New Orleans, or Brooklyn over Utah or Charlotte, according to ESPN. His camp seemingly intentionally sabotages stock in an effort to get him out of the top 5 to one of the Wizards, Pelicans, or Nets, who held the picks number 6, 7, and 8 respectively, only for the Jazz to win the high-stakes game of chicken. Bailey ranked as the fourth player in the final CBS Sports Big Board ranking of the top 100 NBA draft prospects in the class, and has widely been viewed for months as a top 3 player. His public falling out with Philadelphia last week, however, signaled he was unlikely to play at number 3, and Charlotte has long been enamored with Khan, who they selected Wednesday at number 4. It's hard to call Bailey's selection at number 5 as a draft fall, but it's easy to call the last few weeks a PR failure. Not only did he and his representation fail to steer him to preferred destination, but he landed in a place he reportedly preferred not to land in, and all the while took a substantial hit in the public sphere with how he navigated the process. So we got that, right? People were talking about this, but I really wasn't paying any attention to this story, really, because you guys know I don't follow college basketball. I only follow really the NBA, right? But apparently, this content creator was able to point out the hypocrisy from people in big media. Because last season, when Bronny announced that his representation was only going to be playing, or rather working out for 2 teams, which are the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns, a lot of people in the media were quiet about it. The people that were calling him out were fans and independent guys, but people in media were pretty much silent on it. As a matter of fact, they were just cheering it up and twerking it up all over the place for any little thing that Bronny James decided to do. And then I started going through the internet and looking up people that were talking about him, and it turns out that a lot of people like Paul George, Kenyon Martin, and others were really going after Ace Bailey for him deciding that he was even in a position to turn down workouts. And I'm like, but y'all didn't say nothing last year when Son wasn't doing nothing. So what I want to do is quickly play what Paul George had to say on this podcast and what Kenyon Martin and these guys had to say on Gil's Arena about Ace Bailey's decision to not work out with teams. And then want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to their comments here.
P, what are your thoughts on, because, it looks like that, the Sixers have their eyes on Ace Bailey. And recently, I don't know if it was him or his agent, but his agent or him came out and said that basically that he wanted to go to a team where he's going to be the number 1 option. Almost kind of throwing a little demands out before he's even really stepped on the NBA floor. What are your thoughts of seeing a young guy like that, and just from being in the Sixers organization, just does that cause any, we got me, Joel, we got Tyrese, maybe we go, with someone that, is okay with being more of a role player for the first couple years?
I mean, I think if I'm Ace Bailey, I can't get mad if my stock drops. You know what I mean? I can't get mad if my stock drops, But, he's canceled all workouts. Like, he hasn't worked out for any team. So, like, I don't.
One team?
No.
That's crazy.
He hasn't worked out for any
He's
team.
tripping.
Yes.
Tripping.
So, I think they made a big deal because we were scheduled to work him out, and he canceled the day up. But he hasn't worked out for any team. But, you're not in a position to be making those demands. You know what I mean? Like,
not
make it to the league
yet.
first.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what
not
I mean?
even there
Him
yet.
or the people around him?
It's for sure the people.
Of course,
around
the
him.
people
Right.
For sure
around
the
him.
people around him. I think he's.
Mama and daddy's playing manager.
I don't know who's representing him. I don't know who's representing him, but I don't think they're going about it the right way.
So what do you make of how Ace Bailey's camp is handling this pre-draft process?
What the fuck is up with this entitled
Yeah, like who they think they are?
Like,
Who they think they are?
We just saw what they did to
Hey,
Shadori.
hey, come on now.
it's not the NFL though, but
Y'all been there.
know who
What?
been where?
I ain't never been entitled.
Horace
Been
what?
where?
Been entitled?
How many teams you work out for?
One.
My point exactly.
No, but he
I
actually
told
worked
you I
out
did.
though.
I told you what I did
And
yesterday.
what did you do?
Number 1.
But what did you do?
Like shit, I went number
what
1.
did you do? You said you ran.
I ran and I
set
jumped.
my ass down.
Because if I didn't go 1, guess where I was going? I had already got promises I was going 2. So
You probably got the same thing.
right now, listen, Stu Jackson, Vancouver Grizzlies still before they moved to Memphis. Stu exact words was if the Nets do something stupid by not drafting you 1, you won't get past us at 2. I promise you that.
So you heard what they had to say. My question is, where was all of this smoke for Bronny last year? Do you know why there was no real smoke for Bronny apart from independent guys and fans? Because he's LeBron's son. I've been said this. They were handling him with kid gloves because of who his father was. They were actually overlooking things that they naturally would not support. But in the case of Bronny, they were acting like, oh, it's all good and fun because of who his father was. But now all of a sudden, everybody's up in arms about the fact that this kid decided not to work out with certain teams and was doing things his own way. Did we not read the report where Rich Paul said, apparently what Bronny told him is that I just want to hear my name get called. That's it. So how does it go from you just want to hearing your name get called, but then you only decide to work out for two teams? How does that work out? How is it that you only want to hear your name get called, but then you only work out for two teams? No one said anything in big media. But now all of a sudden, because this kid's father's not LeBron James, therefore he's easy picking. And this was the hypocrisy I was calling out. Everybody was handling Bronny with kid gloves because of his father. And I said, and I made the example about the Kwame Brown thing. Had Kwame Brown, when he was a young man coming into the NBA, had his father been Michael Jordan, do you think Stephen A. Smith would have been talking about Kwame Brown the way that he did? If Kwame Brown's father was Michael Jordan, do you think Stephen A. Smith would have been getting at him the way he did? I don't think so. And therein lies the hypocrisy. One guy gets certain treatment because of who his dad is, and the other guy, well, he's fair game. I'll leave it to y'all to make sense of it all.